Hello, Martin Kiely here, National Guild of Hypnotists Board Certified Hypnotist and Certified Instructor from Cork City, Ireland. Today I'm speaking with the National Guild of Hypnotists Certified Consulting Hypnotist and the National Guild of Hypnotists Ireland chapter member, Mr. Trevor Eivers from Waterford, Ireland. Trevor has been successfully practicing hypnosis in the Waterford and surrounding counties for some time and has joined me today in studio to discuss the use of hypnosis in helping smokers to quit the habit of smoking for good. We'll be discussing the top questions that many clients ask about the use of hypnosis for stop smoking and the questions that clients should be asking when seeking hypnotism services. So, welcome Trevor. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks very much.
Studio.
Thanks very much. It's great.
So, Trevor, can you just explain a little bit about where you've come from, where you're living, and something about your training and credentials regarding hypnosis?
Okay. I'm originally from Longford town. I moved to Waterford approximately 9 years ago. I'm currently living down there, bought a house down there, and I'm happily married in Waterford, and I run my hypnosis practice from the Cork Road in Waterford.
So you're certified consulting hypnotist?
I'm a certified consulting hypnotist with the NGH. The NGH stands for the National Guild of Hypnotists, which is the largest hypnotism body in the world. I think with over 14,000 members worldwide.
That's right, yeah. In about 75 different countries, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you use hypnosis then to help people stop smoking?
Over the last number of years, I've developed a very unique approach to helping people stop from smoking.
And that stems from working with previous smokers?
Yeah, over the last number of years, I've tailored my approach, and at the moment, I have a very unique and effective method, and my program has obtained really great results, and I've received a number, many testimonials from some people that have become non-smokers.
Excellent. So what are the benefits then that a client can expect when they use hypnosis for stop smoking? What anyone that may be watching that would be interested in using hypnosis to assist them to stop smoking, what are the benefits for them?
Okay. Well, the benefits is that they're going to be a non-smoker for the rest of their lives, in most cases, without any cravings, and obtaining all the benefits from becoming a non-smoker, from just feeling better around to adding many years to their lives.
Also, hypnosis is a natural process as well. I know there are a lot of alternative methods that people may have availed of in the past,
that's it.
Substitutes and nicotine substitutes.
Absolutely.
And other.
And basically what I'm doing is I'm empowering people to help themselves. I'm facilitating the process. The change basically comes from within the person, but I facilitate that change. So once a person would come to see me for stop smoking, then it's a life changer, because the power to stop smoking is within the person.
You assist people to make that transition from being a smoker to a non-smoker, we say, to accelerate that process. So what kind of results then can a client expect to get? What is it 1 session, 2 sessions, 50 sessions?
Okay. Well, if the person really wants to stop smoking and comes to see me with the right attitude and accepts the suggestions that I offer them, then these results are immediate. But everyone's different. I mean, most people actually stop smoking straight away. Other people might take a little bit of time to establish that non-smoking behaviour. But what I do in my sessions is that I equip all my clients with some techniques such as self-hypnosis that empowers the client to basically help themselves, just to make sure that not only are they a non-smoker when they leave my office, but that they're non-smoker permanently.
Absolutely, and I know the smokers can vary from one to the next, and their reasons for smoking can also vary. You might find that some people might smoke when they're under stress, under pressure. Others may be out socializing, relaxing with friends or relatives, and others maybe happen to be smoking around them, and they may feel compelled to smoke in
exactly.
situations. So What you will do is take into consideration those situations and circumstances, so that should a person happen to find himself in those situations in the future, that the response would be that of a non-smoker rather than that of a smoker.
Absolutely, absolutely. Everyone's different, and I tailor each session that I have towards to meet the needs of each unique individual. Now, whether it's great if somebody leaves my session after the first session and is a non-smoker, but if another person, they may need some time to establish that non-smoking behaviour, then I'm there as support to make sure that actually achieve that.
That's available to them. Okay.
That's available to them, yeah.
So what are the steps then that person, or the steps that you've taken that has proven to work for previous clients? How do you ensure your success then? So for anyone that may be watching, interested in, again, your hypnotism services to help them stop smoking, what makes your approach better than anything else that's out there? Okay, well, my approach has been proven to be very successful in terms of I've obtained many testimonials that are available on my website. Can you give us, we'll say, a case study, right, that, or a client that you would have worked with in the past?
Yes. For example, I had a guy that came to see me earlier on this year who was a smoker for 38 years. I think he was in his late 50s, and he came to see me and he was coughing and he was just unhealthy. He was suffering from the effects of smoking, and all it took was basically one session. And when he accepted the suggestions that I offer him, he left that session a non-smoker, and now he's enjoying the non-smoking life. And
that's how immediate and how rapid the response can be for the majority of smokers. But as you said, there are some people then that may require more than...
Yeah, and for those, that's why I think my sessions is really unique, because I equip all my clients with self-hypnosis, and there's an old saying that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. So by equipping my clients with self-hypnosis, it means that they're actually giving themselves suggestions long after they've left my office, and just to make sure that, okay, that behaviour is established, not only established, but is permanent.
And so essentially what you're saying is that once a smoker becomes a non-smoker, the more they remain a non-smoker, the easier it's going to be for them to continue succeeding as a non-smoker. So your role is to get them over that initial hurdle.
That's it.
To becoming a non-smoker, establishing patterns of behaviour of a non-smoker a lot quicker if they were to try and do it themselves, and giving them the tools then that they can begin using moving forward.
That's absolutely it.
Excellent.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely it.
Can you show proof then that your method works for others and it's effective? How can you verify that your method is shown to work?
Okay, I've received testimonials and feedback from real people experiencing real successes, not only that are available on my website, but also available on my Facebook business page. The people come back and they tell me how great that the non-smoking life is.
Excellent. So from your perspective, what's the most powerful example of transformation from smoker to non-smoker that you've experienced, and that completely surprised that client and blew them away with the results that your hypnosis session provided them?
Okay.
Is there any one particular...
Yeah, I had a friend of mine actually to come to see me to stop smoking, who had tried everything before, and he was smoking for 20 plus years, and basically many a person said to me, well, if you can stop him smoking, you can stop anybody smoking. But he came along and he was actually very skeptical of the process, and he had a lot of fears with the whole hypnosis, misconceptions and so on. But once I explained what hypnosis was, that it was natural, and that it is actually,
that sense state as well.
Absolutely, and that he's actually tapping into the power of his own mind. Not that I have any power over his mind. And he really was, once he bought into the hypnosis process, then he accepted my suggestions and obtained the benefit.
Excellent. So who then can hypnosis work for? What profile of people or individuals can hypnosis be applied?
Okay, hypnosis can work for everyone. Right, from 18 to 80, or even before 18, even younger, yeah. There is no age limit. Hypnosis can be used not only for smoking, but it can be used for many, many things, such as improved self-esteem, increased confidence, increased concentration, for exam performance, for sports enhancement, for weight control, and the list, fears, the list, eliminate fears, the list just goes on. I mean, really, like, if everyone knew what hypnosis was, everyone would want it, because there isn't anything that hypnosis can't be used for.
Yeah, and I think we spoke about this earlier on, that one of the added benefits that you provide for clients for stop smoking is that you also provide them a confidence building routine as well, just to help reinforce the motivation to continue succeeding as a non-smoker, and that's a great boost for anyone considering it.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's it. When someone comes to see me, a lot of the time they can be a little bit downbeat, having tried many other methods for stopping smoking.
So why then do you feel that, we say, many smokers don't avail of hypnosis as a preferred method to help them break the habit?
I think just this lack of awareness, Martin, and lack of information that, you know what, if people just knew that smoking, stopping smoking using hypnosis is a natural method, and it's very, very effective, and it's really tapping into the power of their own minds to establish a non-smoking pattern of behaviour, and it's actually quite easy to do that and to become a non-smoker.
Sure. Just being devil's advocate here, now you might have people watching that would have tried other things in the past and may have also tried hypnosis, but may have failed using hypnosis in the past.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that would have been the case, or would you have anything to?
Well, I think the unique and the thing about hypnosis and the beauty about it is that it's really empowering, and it's realising you don't need anything externally. You don't need nicotine patches or any drugs or Zyban or whatever. That, you know, like, you have the power within your mind, yourself, to stop smoking, and it's just as easy as becoming, basically forming a new habit, that habit of a non-smoker. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's, none of us are born with a cigarette in our mouths, right? It's not natural to smoke, right? But it is natural to not smoke.
But for, we say, anyone that would have tried hypnosis in the past by a different operator and may not have succeeded, is there anything that you could say to those people?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, first of all, my sessions, I feel, are particularly unique because with every person that comes to see me, every client, I make sure that they leave my office empowered. They leave my office being equipped with a tool of self-hypnosis, so they can help themselves for the rest of their lives, and use self-hypnosis not only to help them stop smoking, but for any other areas in their lives they may want to use it for.
And I think one of the other key points as well that you address is that even though a person may have tried in the past, may have failed in the past, even though they have failed in the past, that past failure won't dictate their future success. And that's something you actually address as part of your unique approach.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And as I mentioned, that everybody has their own unique pathway to becoming a non-smoker, but it's really just for everybody is the same. It's just establishing that non-smoking behaviour. It's just as simple as some people find that an easier transition to make than others, but everyone can do it, and it's relatively easy for everyone, because you know what, like, once you, for hypnosis, once you leave my sessions, the likelihood is you won't have a craving, and if you do, you know how to deal with them.
But the other point then is that every hypnotist, every operator is different.
And every hypnotist is different, yeah.
You know, a person's response.
It's like every doctor is different, every hypnotist is different.
And their approaches and
their approaches vary, yeah.
Okay. So what is it then about hypnosis that you feel that people would be reluctant to utilise? What is it about hypnosis that they don't like?
I think it's the fear, and again go back to the misconceptions that is attached for whatever reasons from the movies and from the media. and they associate hypnosis maybe with the losing control, etc., etc. But really, it's just, you know, once they realise that hypnosis is natural. For example, daydreaming, just before going to sleep at night, or just before I'm waking up, or just being basically that moment where you're just absorbed in a good book, for example, and the outside world seems to fade away. And we've all had those moments where 2 hours seems to disappear like 10 minutes.
And of course, when you mention control as well, the irony of that, when people feel that if they go to hypnotist, they're going to be out of control, or they're relinquishing control over to the hypnotist. But the irony is that they have relinquished control to the habit of smoking and to the tobacco companies. So, you know, what they fear about hypnosis, they are actually being controlled in another way by the habit of smoking, and what you assist them to do is to empower people to enable them to take back control over that area of their life.
Well, that's it, and by empowering them with a tool, for example, like self-hypnosis, I'm empowering that person with control, that they're in charge of their own behaviours, that they're not a slave to a cigarette, for example, so that they can basically be in control of their own behaviour and become a non-smoker.
Excellent. And what do you think what would be any other fears that they might have, or concerns that they may have regarding hypnosis from your experience?
Okay, I think the fear as well, like people associate smoke or hypnosis with being unconscious and being asleep.
And not being able to wake up.
And not being able to wake up. And being stuck in hypnosis and all that kind of stuff. And that is not true. Like hypnosis is really between, the best way I could describe it is between waking and sleeping. But in actual fact, your senses are more aware than less aware. And it's a powerful feeling to know that, you know, you're in charge of your.
And anyone that books an appointment with you, you take some time out anyway just to go through and explain what it is that they can expect to experience during the whole process, and to address any concerns or questions that they may have. So what are the common myths about hypnosis? What I know you've touched on those already. Are there any other common myths or misconceptions that people would have that would prevent them from availing of hypnosis?
Maybe the other one, you're going to make me look like a chicken or milk a cow. But we have to remember, like, this is all about suggestion. And some of us are more suggestible than others, but if we weren't all suggestible in some way, we wouldn't be able to learn. Now this is about, my session is about helping the client to learn to live as a non-smoker, and so it is a learning, right? And
well, it's an accelerated form of learning.
Absolutely, it's an accelerated form of learning, because you're tapping into like that deeper level of mind that basically things you do without thinking about doing them. So you're not thinking, like, if you stop smoking, for example, by willpower, you're always thinking, okay, what did I sacrifice, what did I miss, and what did I give up? But with hypnosis, it's just you carry on about your daily life, and that you're breathing fresh air and you're enjoying being a non-smoker and the benefits that brings. And
obviously, and the whole process is a relaxed, natural, easy process where a client comes in, sits down, and you do all the work. They relax, and it's you do all the work for them while they're with you in the during the session. So
it's profoundly relaxing, and like there isn't the only requirement of the client is that they don't even have to try.
Right,
in many ways.
To add to that as well, they don't have to assist. Likewise, they don't have to resist the whole process. In other words, it's simply a case of going with the flow of the work that will actually be done.
Absolutely.
So, okay, explain then what steps any smokers watching can take to help them move towards becoming a non-smoker.
Okay. Well, there's two key things here. First of all is that approach it with the right attitude. That you can, right, you will, and you want to stop smoking. How many smokers out there set out with the attitude that, okay, I'll try and give up smoking, I give it a go and see what happens.
Obviously, and trying implies the potential for failure then.
But trying, absolutely. When a person uses that word try, what happens is that you open up a window to failure. You know, approaching it with I can, I will, I want to, and expect it, then, you know, they've made a giant step towards becoming a non-smoker. Another recommendation I would give is that, you know, for people to use their imaginations and actually see themselves in the future living the non-smoking life and enjoying the non-smoking life and look forward to it.
What I've found when, you know, people and smokers make a decision to quit, it's really when they have suffered enough. And you'll find that there are other smokers that will come along just for the sake of satisfying or pleasing others, but may not be actually genuinely committed to quitting. So I suppose it's when the time is right, when a smoker is beginning to suffer or has suffered enough, then they've reached that point where they're motivated and committed to taking that step.
A person must really want to stop smoking, and that's the key. If a person comes on to see me and really wants to stop smoking, wills it and expects it, well then that's huge, because, you know, I can help people stop smoking, and I've helped many people stop smoking, but I can't make anyone stop smoking.
Absolutely.
If someone comes along to me to stop smoking for the wrong reasons, folds their arms in front of me and goes, okay, make me stop smoking. I don't want to take any responsibility for stopping smoking, but if you can make me stop smoking, that would be great. Then it's going to be difficult.
In this case, and you know, you can't just run out in the street and grab someone that happens to be smoking, bring them into your office and say, you know, stop smoking, snap your fingers, and it's going to work. It's a person's cooperation is required in order for you to be effective in the work that you do. A person has to be prepared to assist the whole process along.
It's not a passive process, it's a tension process.
An agreement between two parties, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you believe are the most important points that a smoker watching today can take away?
Okay, I think the important point is that, you know what, you don't have to be a slave to your cigarette anymore, that you can be a non-smoker now in a couple of hours if you want to, relatively easily, without any cravings, by coming to my session, and come to my session and basically my very unique session, accept the suggestions that I offer you, work with me, and, you know,
they'll reap the benefits of,
and they will reap the benefits of being a non-smoker.
So if you are interested in looking for an NGH certified hypnotist, you can do so by going to the National Guild of Hypnotists, or the NGH Ireland chapter. That's nghirelandchapter.com. On the website you'll see there's a list of NGH certified hypnotists who practice in various locations around Ireland. But if you are specifically looking to contact Trevor, how can people watching Trevor?
Contact telephone number 086 8211
That's call or text, is it?
Well, you can text me as well on the same number, 086 8211 or alternatively you can email me at trevor@waterford-hypnosis.com, or if you're looking for more information about stopping smoking using hypnosis, you can visit my website at waterford-hypnosis.com, where you can also find testimonials as well.
They're genuine, real testimonials.
Genuine, real people that have helped real people. That's what hypnosis is all about, helping everyday people with everyday issues.
Listen, Trevor, thank you for taking the time to come into the studio today to explain a little bit about what you do for clients to help them stop smoking. This is Martin Kiely. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Until next time, take care. Bye for now.